Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time listening to one of my readings, they are not very similar to the rest, I feel. I watch a lot of tarot readers and I do enjoy them a lot. I hope you enjoy this one as well. If you do, hit like if it resonates with you, please. If it doesn't resonate with you for your situation, but you know somebody that might need to hear this, feel free to share it. I mean, sometimes these messages come through third, fourth, and fifth parties. If you want to hear more, subscribe. And like I said, I hope you enjoy it. Today, we're going to start off with the Untamed Elemental, which is a really cool deck. The visuals are amazing. The meanings as well, but I have to say I'm kind of biased in regards to the visuals for this one. Then we're going to go into the Tower of the Divine to clarify each card. The first cards are the pillars. Then we go into the meat of the situation, and we'll finish off with the prism because it needs some loving. Sacred Symbols Oracle. Let's see what we have for Tuesday. Ooh. Desert Reversed. See, I told you these are amazing. Desert Reversed. We'll see what they mean. I'll read a little bit from each. Ooh, Moth Reversed. They're very prism-like. Beautiful. And really, ooh, we got 4. I don't usually, I mean, I like to do the 3, but I'm going to do the 4 because apparently it's a thing. Then we have Lava Reversed. Ugh, this is even reminding me of somebody I know. And the Rose Reversed. So, just a little bit from each. Desert. Feel free to skip forward, but I'm going to do it the right way. Adapt. If we don't adapt in a desert, we die, don't we? So, desert's extreme climate forces you to adapt. There you go. There is often a gap between the recognition about a need for change and the perfect timing to initiate it. Change will come. Meanwhile, make yourself comfortable by working amicably with your circumstances. So it's reversed, right? Imbalance. That's how they call it in this deck. Beautiful deck. Fidgeting in one's own skin, palpable discomfort until ideal circumstances are achieved. You're in some kind of a situation, and it's an uncomfortable situation. Apparently, it's not changing for the time, presently, so chill out a bit. I know, easier said than done. For me, it would not be so easy because I am a control freak. Well, not completely, but I do like my control. Oh, I don't remember where Moth's at. These are not numbered, which I'm not crazy about. But there we go. Clairvoyance. Moth whispers for you to trust your knowing, even if others wish to persuade you of your different realities. Like the moth, our clairvoyance flies through the night of ignorance and forgetting, headed wholeheartedly towards illumination, towards the light of truth. That's all I'm going to read. Imbalanced. Pulled in different directions by conflicting voices. So, you're some kind of uncomfortable situation, and everybody's coming at you with their own opinions because everybody always does, whether it be with good intentions or not, but that tends to confuse us more than it does really help us resolve anything. So maybe you need to quiet out the outer voices and really listen to your own intuition. Lava. More uncomfortableness. Courage. Lava guides you to locate the fiery core within yourself. This period of change and transformation requires courage. It is important to access your internal magma and deep desire that brought you where you are. So imbalance, averse to experience the intensity of life. Dude, with those two, desert and lava, I just feel like maybe you're making yourself stuck. Maybe you're just kind of afraid of what's out there. So you're forcing yourself to be stuck inside of you. And then finally, Rose. Where are we? Rose. undefended heart. The rose requires both shadow and light to do her work. Her medicine is strongest beneath a full moon. Ooh, full moon coming up. I think it's in 2 days. She speaks of love. Within her realm, nothing else exists. The earth journey is filled with joys and sorrows, and Rose asks you to draw upon her magic to live with an undefended heart. This one's balanced. I know it's imbalanced. Oh my God, everything's reversed. Here we go. Everything is reversed. So, I mean, we just went through a Mercury retrograde, so it's normal that you're just like, okay, what do I do with what just happened? Blocked feelings, heady, bitter. To bring into balance, shift into your higher mind, validate your authentic feelings. Yeah, it's like there's something about you that you refuse to acknowledge or you don't want to give power to. Maybe it's because it requires change. Maybe it's because it requires you coming out of your comfort zone. Ay, ay, ay. It needs to come out though. So, yeah. Now we're going to get into the meat of the situation, the Tarot of the Divine, what we're actually talking about. We narrow things down in this section. If the message is resonating with you, great, stick around. Maybe this message is actually for you. If this is where I leave you, thank you for being here so far. I am 5 seconds away from sneezing, and I really don't want to. Sorry, excuse me. So, Tarot of the Divine. What are we talking about here? Desert. Oof, that just came out. Walking away. And look, this person is actually walking towards the desert. So you definitely walked away from some kind of situation into the desert to be with yourself and contemplate a new life, to walk into different things. But sometimes that path leads you to a waiting period. And that's where you are, at a waiting period. Ooh, the Star. Yeah. You walked away from something that just did not fulfill you. Okay. 4 of Cups under Moth. Yeah, it's like so far we have Cups, but what do I want to say here? Because there's so many things going on in the head. It's really hard to pick one and just go with it. So it looks like you weren't really being fulfilled in whatever kind of situation you are. Clearly, this is an emotional thing. We'll see if some more cards out in regards to what it actually is, or whatever, however it resonates with you. But it does feel like there's a lot of talking around you that is distracting you. With that 4 of Cups, like this person is really concentrated. You can see it up here. I'll show you. This person is really concentrated on the fake ass cups in front of them when they have a perfectly nice bird outside trying to talk to them, trying to speak to them, trying to sing to them. And that's your inner voice, man. This cup is a little bit different from like the traditional Rider-Waite. It gives me a different vibe. But it's the essence of it is very similar. So it talks to the same thing, to listening to your intuition, to grabbing, to see what is actually for you and accepting what is for you, not just what other people tell you to. So maybe this part of the thing that you were at had something to do with that. You were just there because you were kind of feeling, that's coming to an end though. I mean, we know that came to an end, and with the 4 of Swords, you're just you're in a break period. You are. My table is not big enough for this. Great. Let's make space. Lava, 4 of Swords. You are just sitting there with your feelings, aren't you? And it's uncomfortable as F. By the way, it's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to force yourself to see issues, because life can be so distracting and we can use that to our detriment. People do that with drugs all the time. It's called escapism. We're acknowledging our faults, looking at pain and uncomfortable situations in the eye and going through it. That is hard to do. And most people don't want to do it. We don't want to do it. So we escape. 5 of Swords reverse, which I like. That is reverse. So you're past the pain. You're not past the uncomfortable, but you are past the pain. And now you're just sitting with your feelings and really learning from them. Here we go with Rose. Okay. I have to sneeze so bad. Ooh, Tower. So, okay, hold on. Before I say anything, I'm going to pull the last one. Yeah, 5 of Wands reversed. Whatever it is that you're finding in yourself, I find it so funny that the Hermit isn't in here, but it's very much implied. Whatever it is, whatever has come to light, or whatever you're starting to acknowledge about yourself, you are, which is good. You're making space for the uncomfortable. You're sitting in it. You're going through the process, which is exactly what you need to do. You're letting down your guard. You're done fighting it. You're done fighting it. You're done crying about it. You're like, okay, I have to accept this about either your situation or how you feel or some aspect of yourself that you don't like. And I'm going to give a somewhat controversial example, which is kind of amazing actually, because I just saw it and it's going to take me a minute, but I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter. I just watched Will and Harper. You should watch that movie. It's really nice. In Netflix. It's about Will Ferrell, which we all know and love. He's made us laugh so many times. And he goes on this road trip with his friend of his that after a lifetime, he's 60 something, he has finally decided, he has finally accepted that he is transgender, that he was born in the wrong body. Regardless of what you think of this, if this is too controversial for you, feel free to tap out. It's fine. Maybe this message triggers something in you, or maybe you just completely dislike it, and you know what, that's perfectly fine. Maybe this message is just not for you, or you're just not ready for it, period. So feel free to click out. But if this is resonating with you to some capacity, this is just an example. I'm just giving an example, but this could actually be you. This person, Harper, I forget what his male name was, but now he is a she, and she's called Harper. She had a family, she had everything, and I didn't lose it all. They do show her having a conversation with her children, which is a beautiful thing. Like, these kids today, they're very open-minded, they're very open-hearted, which is just beautiful. I love that movie, I have to say. It was really nice. They have really nice interactions. This person is done fighting it. They're bringing a tower to the situation, and like, they didn't do it in the movie. They just talk about how the process of her accepting that this was very much a part of her reality, and she was done neglecting it. I mean, 60 years, dude. 60 years of neglecting your truth, of putting away your truth to be complacent to society and to fit in. And now this person is going through a really hard transformation, not just physically, not just mentally, not just emotionally, but in the world. How scary. So scary. But there's so many loving people and supportive people in the movie, and that's what it's about. It's not, I mean, that's beautiful. That's not what it's about, actually, because it's beautiful to have support, but a lot of people don't. You have to be your own power source. It's very hard. Anyway, this is kind of what it feels like. You're done fighting whatever it is inside you, and you're finally accepting it. You're finally integrating it, but you're in the middle. You're in the waiting room right now. It's just that you're just done fighting it. We're going to finish off with the prism. This message went a little bit longer. I don't like to do long readings. There's no need. Long readings are for like one-on-one reads. If you want a personal reading, feel free to DM me. But there's no need to make it a super long reading if I'm talking to a bunch of people. So, protection. Beautiful. You're protected, dude. Feel safe. Your guides are protecting you. Your goddess or goddesses are protecting you. You're protected. Flow. Just let it be. Don't make any strong moves. Even though I do feel you are with the tower. It's like I feel you're part of that tower. Or you're just letting that tower happen. And finally, I didn't see what that was. Hold on. It flipped. It flipped. Ooh. Isolation. Yep. This is like the hermit. Okay. We were talking about it. This is just where you are. Is it uncomfortable? Yes. Is it? Yeah, it can be painful. Yes. It requires a lot from you in every aspect, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything. It requires a lot from you, but it's necessary. You're here. Go through it. Do the work. Do the work, and you'll come out of it sooner. If you don't do the work, if you keep ignoring it, you're just postponing the inevitable. So, oh my God, so much love, so much luck with this, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.